Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Desi Indrayanti, NIT 190808337, study program D3 Class Hotel Transportation Management. Here, I will present a PowerPoint about the country of Brazil. History of Brazil. The history of Brazil begins with the indigenous people of Brazil. Europeans arrived in Brazil at the opening of the 16th century. From the 16th century to the early 19th century, Brazil was a colony and part of Portugal. The country extends south along the coast and west along the Amazon and other inland rivers of the 15 original planet Captain colonies established on the northeast Atlantic coast east of the Tordesillas line in 1494 that divides the Portuguese domain eastward from the Spanish domain to the west, although Brazil was once a colony of Spain. Location of Brazil. The country of Brazil occupies about half of South America, bordering the Atlantic Ocean. Brazil has a large area and borders several countries, namely countries Argentina, Bolivia, Colombia, Guyana, Paraguay, Peru, Suriname, Uruguay, Venezuela, and France. State art. The oldest art in Brazil is the art of cave painting in Serra da Capivara National Park in the Piauí state of 13,000 BC. Besides that, there are Brazilian art that are worldwide, namely the samba dance art and the capoeira martial art. The samba dance from Brazil, which has African roots. Samba is usually struck at carnival events held in this country. Samba is an icon and national identity of this country. Second, capoeira. This one martial art is a martial art developed by African slaves who were in Brazil in the 1500s. Next, Brazil country food. Brazil cuisine varies greatly by region. This diversity reflects a mix of native and immigrant countries. This has created a national style of cooking characterized by the preservation of regional difference. Rice, bean, meat, chocolate are also present in feijoada. Besides that, there are also many types of food that are often consumed by Brazilians. Some typical food originating from Brazil, namely barbecue, moqueca, and Brazilian cheese bread. This is an explanation of the three food earlier. Brazilian community truths. 74% of Brazil's population is Roman Catholic, while 50 0.4% is Protestant. About 2.3 millions, 1.3% of the population adhere to spiritism, the most in the world. Other religions include traditional African religion, Judaism, and various Asian religions such as Buddhism and Shinto. About 28,000 people adhere to Islam, or about 0.01% of the population of Brazil. The country is the country with the most Catholic in the world and the most followers of Asian religion in the West. And here are some tourist destinations in Brazil, namely Statue of the Lord Jesus, Sugarloaf Mountain, Iguazu Waterfall, Botanical Garden Guribita, Groot du Lake Azul, and Copacabana Beach. Unique habits of Brazilian society: the traditional before the New Year Eve and the traditional of getting married. Prominent politician in Brazil neste: Fernando Henrique Cardoso, born June 8, 1931, 89, was the president of the Brazilian Federal Republic for a two-time tenure, January 1, 1995, 2003. She is also a sociologist. Second, Getulio Dornelles Vargas. And 3, Jaceliano Kubitschek de Oliveira, Chica. Next is sport figure. Ayrton Senna da Silva was born in Sao Paulo, Brazil, March 21, 1960, a professional car driver from Brazil. He successfully earned 3 times the World Championship won. He is also known as one of the legendary racers in the history of the full wheel sport. Second is Edson Arantes do Nascimento, was or better known as Pelé, born 23 October 1940, 80 years old, is a world football legend from Brazil. During his career as a player, Pelé took Brazil 3 times the soccer world champions in Sweden is in 1958, 1962 in Chile, and in 1970 in Mexico. Thanks to his success, Brazil was entitled to the Jules Rimet Cup. Pelé earned the nickname U. Well, that's the presentation from me. If something goes wrong, I apologize, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.